Right, we move now to Junior Rotax. Let's give a round of applause to our Grand Prix finalists as they head down the start-finish straight. Starting on pole position is going to be Macaulay Bishop. Has stood on this podium before. Let's see if he can do it on the top step. And alongside him will be the number 5 plate, Ethan Jeff Hall. These two fighting at the front in the British Championships constantly. They know each other very well. Let's see if either of them can now go and win. Macaulay starting on pole position. Would get a quick word from yourself. Tough racing so far all weekend. How are you feeling ahead of this one?
I'm feeling alright. I've had a good week so far, so see what we can do in the final.
Yeah, it's been tough racing in the category as well, hasn't it? It's not going to be easy.
No, I just need to try and break away really, and then see what I can do from there.
Well, best of luck to Macaulay Bishop starting on pole. We'll get a quick word from Ethan Jeff Hall as he straps his crash helmet up. Ethan, you've been at the front all weekend, at the front all year. You reckon you can now go and out there and take the GP plate?
Yeah, I think we'll be able to do it. We didn't quite have the pace in the pre-final. Hopefully we'll have the pace in the final.
Some changes made, I'm sure. I guess, is the strategy going to be like we saw with Gus there, just try and break away in the middle towards the end of the race?
Yeah, that would be pretty decent.
Best of luck, Ethan Jeff. We're going to get to one more if we can. We do have time. Let's go and find Thomas Ingram Hill and get a very quick word from him. The number 22 gained 17 in the pre-final. A lot of places gained for you there, Thomas. Up 17. Can we go up a few more?
Definitely.
Good stuff. Look, we'll get the one word from you because we are going to be clearing the grid, and I do really want to find Lloyd Hare if I can. I might have to get a run on here, but Lloyd Hare was our repechage winner and has carved through half the field. So half down, half more to go. Ready for the ready for the Grand Prix?
Yeah, should be a good race. If we can keep going where we're going, should be all right. We should be up there.
We will move away from you. Best of luck to Lloyd here. We are being given the sign to clear the grid. That is a look down it for you. Up 14 places in that pre-final was Lloyd here. You and Charman as well could be one to watch if you just pan the camera. Number 42 over there, up 8 places in that pre-final as well. But there is a number of these drivers who could go and take this win. The guys up in commentary know that, and they'll take you through the grid in full. Let's go to Henry and DJ.
Thanks, Chris. Yes, indeed. Junior Rotax Race 55 Grand Prix is about to get underway. Let's take you through the starting lineup. Macaulay Bishop, the O plate, starting this one on pole position. He's got Ethan Jeff Hall alongside. Joseph Rippin and Armin Hamilton go from row 2. Joshua Graham and Freddie Lloyd, they round out the top 6 on row 3. Joshua Turnbull and Latvia's Gustav Uzakovs goes from row 4, the number 4 seed, looking to do well here. Thomas Ingram Hill and Harry Hannum with the best overtake, I think, of the weekend so far into hairpin 1. He starts on the 5th row of the grid in P10. Harrison Crowther and Archie Clark go from row 6 from Reg Haywood and Ewan Charman on row 7. Harrison Whitcomb and Oliver Sander, they go from row 8. Lloyd Hare and Lizzie Mentier round out row 9 with Jack Hobson and Max Cuthbert rounding out the top 20 on row 10. Blake Tysers and Luke Bates go from row 11 from August Raber and Deacon Russell on row 12. Finley Buck and Luca Osmond Price round out row 13 from Leon Hartley and Hugh Moulton on row 14. Joshua Smith and Owen Neve go from 15 with Aris Miuskis and Lewis Goff rounding out row 16. The final 2 rows see Zach Heslop and Timo Youngling, Kenzo Craigie and Tyler Harris starting. Shotgun on the field, 36. Henry, this is going to be an exciting one. You're tying your shoelace. You're so excited. Remember, you loop it, you swoop it, and you pull.
Well, I do bunny ears.
You do bunny ears.
I have to disagree with you, and I have to disappoint all the Harry Hannum fans.
Disappoint us after the start.
Yes, indeed. Lights are out. We're off and racing. Macaulay Bishop leads us into turn number 1. Ethan Jeff Hall slots into 3rd position. 36 Junior Rotax carts go in. And there's a couple of spinners.
Oh, and it's Gustav Uzakovs, one of them.
It's this is the number 1.
Oh, and there's more. There's a cart over.
Oh, dear,
and that's Lizzie Mentier. Lizzie Mentier rolling.
She's scrambling out from underneath her cart. I can see it. Well, she's picking her cart up, putting it back on her wheels, and she's getting back in. No, is she? She's having a look. Oh, it's broke.
Yeah.
But the main thing is she is absolutely okay. I was going to say, I will see your Harry Hannam dive bomb at turn 1, and I will counter that with the Jesse Phillips around the outside of the banking to win a GP plate as the move of the weekend so far. Sorry, Harry Hannam fans, I'm going to have a Millwall collective come to break my legs now, I'm sure.
More than likely.
But here we go. Macaulay Bishop. Excellent start for Bishop. Still yellow flags waving. No, they're not. Well done, the marshals. There was 4 carts off, one of them on its roof, and the marshals have cleared it up before the field come round. There is, look, the clear banking. Absolutely fantastic. And Ethan Jeff Hall, I think, has just passed Macaulay Bishop with the race lead. Bishop gets it back.
Yes, he does indeed. Bishop holding on to this one. Bishop, one of the favourites to win the Rotax category, same as Ethan Jeff Hall. You can't take it away from either of them here as they're going to be chopping and changing. Crucially, though, that's going to keep everyone else in the battle, isn't it? Here comes Joe Rippin, here comes Joshua Graham. They're 3rd and 4th place for those two.
There we go.
And again, another lead change. How many is that now? 4? Count them, Henry. 4 so far.
In a lap, and we go for number 5. Yes, we are. And look at Graham. Look at Ripping and Graham. Ripping inside. Now Ethan Jeff Hall gets forced back to 3rd. He's got to be as careful. Oh, this is great stuff already. We're only on lap 2.
That's released Macaulay just that little bit more. Nice angle that as they exit out of the final corner. Look at the speed that they're going here.
Oh, that's artistry at its finest. Slippery surface flags on the banking, probably because Lizzie Mentier's radiator parted company with its water as the cart was inverting itself. Now, here we go. 5 lead changes. Macaulay Bishop has escaped. Well, he's escaped from Ethan Jeff Hall, who's now in 3rd position. He has not escaped from the Argenti Motorsport number 88 of Joshua Graham.
No, he certainly hasn't. Graham wanting to take this one as well.
Ewan Charman making a move. Ewan Charman's had a really... Ewan Charman, he had a mechanical failure in one qualifying session. He started at the back, and then he had another mechanical failure. He only really scraped into the pre-final, so he's having a really good day as Charman. He's already up from 14th on the grid to 9th, and I think he's gained another couple of places. So, end of lap number 3. Bishop and Graham separated by 0.2 of a second. Then it's Jeff Hall, fast Freddie Lloyd. Then Armand Hamilton, Archie Clark, Joe Rippin, Ewan Charman with the fastest lap of the race at a 59.46. He is already 8th with Harry Hannam 9th, Josh Turnbull, Reg Hayward, Deacon Russell, Max Cuthbert, Blake Ticehurst and August Raber from the UAE in 15th position.
There's Armand Hamilton now, who's closed in on this battle. Freddie Lloyd's got into 4th place now. So Lloyd's having a chance at trying to close this one in. There is Archie Clark getting involved as well. And there's the EBC brakes. Harry Hannam, who's wanting to use those brakes to their full potential in this one.
And he is driving a bit of a defensive line there, is Harry the Lion. Protecting the Cubs. He's defending there. And that is the number 33 cat with the black nose cone. That's Max Cuthbert.
Yeah, privateer.
Now, leading privateer is still Harry Freeman, 3rd place driver. We've got Owen Neve and Max Cuthbert are the privateers in this race. And, well, Neve is down in 22nd place. Cuthbert is, let's have a look. Where's Cuthbert? He is in 15th. So Harry Freeman still safe at the moment. Now, the predictions competition, like I said, all the results that we see on screen on the TV are provisional. There are things happening afterwards, and there are 1 or 2 changes to the results which may affect the prediction competition. So we are holding fire on adding those up at the moment. There's Freddie Lloyd in his lucky Ollie Greenall race suit, coming out of the Mike Wilson complex. The 2 leaders are escaping, but Bishop is being pegged back by Joshua Graham.
Certainly is. Less than 10 minutes to go. Charman still pushing his way through the field. Ewan Charman certainly had an interesting one. Like you were saying, 22nd he started the pre-final. He got all the way to P14, and now he's currently sitting in P6 with the fastest lap of the race. He's certainly had a good second or third day of this weekend, hasn't he?
He has indeed. Now, lots of support online. Tyler Harris
Yes.
He's up 70 places, as is Kenzo Craigie. So
And Timo
Craigie
Youngling.
and yes, well, I mean, Youngling, Craigie and Harris are siding their way up through the field like a hot knife through butter.
Yes, they certainly are. Well,
And
Lucas Ellingham, he's not out there, and yeah.
well, he's not out there in the senior race.
Yeah.
So Ellingham won't be going out in the senior race. Damaged ribs after an accident earlier on.
Ah, dear, that is a shame for Lucas, but hopefully we see him fighting fit later on in the season. Well,
Indeed. And,
Henry, this is
third, fourth, and fifth.
Yeah, it is.
Freddie Lloyd, Ethan Jeff Hall, Archie Clark. There's Archie Clark pass. Ethan Jeff Hall sprinkles the miniature dasher to be happy.
Yes, Will. Shaking with excitement.
Yes.
Now, doing this isn't going to help their fighting, catching Macaulay Bishop or Joshua Graham.
Looking at Joshua Graham.
Yeah,
Seventh last year as a Minimax driver. So this is Joshua's first year in the big class, as it were, or in the junior class. And there's Harrison Whittaker in the number 66 car. Oh, casually 4 wide. Tyler Harris in the number 84, just giving a little bit of a rear end shimmy down the short chute there, as if to sort of, to ward off potential attackers.
Yes. Just make yourself a bit wider than you actually are.
Yeah. A little hip check. Oh,
Ooh,
yellow flag. That is a cart off at the Fullerton S's. Driver getting back in, and that is Aras Mievskis. No, it's not. Sorry, I apologise. It is.
It's the number 51.
It's the 51.
That's Lewis Goff.
Yes, it's a Sam Pollock racing cart. Aras Mievskis also having, I think maybe the two are connected. Aras Mievskis losing ground, and that's Archie Clark braking way too late. And he totally missed the apex, and that allows Ethan Jeff Hall and Freddie Lloyd to move back into third and fourth.
Armin Hamilton there, just trying to get back onto the track after getting squeezed off slightly wide there by Ewan Charman. Who's that coming through in the Dan Holland Racing? Is that Joshua Turnbull? It is! Turnbull getting very close for comfort there, and then bang, through comes Harry Hannum saying, thank you very much, I'll take that.
You have to be absolutely ruthless when you're in the middle of this pack. I mean, this is the tail end of the top 10, but yeah, complacency is punished. Absolutely. It is harsh and brutal punishment if you take your foot off, if you lose focus for even a fraction of a second.
Yeah. Now, right, so Bishop looks over the shoulder and just confirms there to Joshua Graham, let's keep going.
Well,
and
we know that Argenti have got the setup right, because Josh's teammate, Harrison Whittaker, has just set a new fast lap of the race. So the Argenti squad have got plenty of waft under their belts.
They certainly do, and well, they seem to be doing very well in this one. Where have they got? Okay, so they're second with Joshua Graham. They've got Ewan Charman going quickly. He's in P6. They've got Kenzo Craigie up 21 positions now behind Timo Youngling into P14.
Great drive from Kenzo. Great drive from the Mercedes Formula One Young Driver Program member.
Yeah. So solid drive. So 5 minutes to go, or just under 6 minutes to go. And still, we're not seeing a scrap here between Ethan Jeff Hall and Freddie Lloyd, who are a little further ahead from this two here of Clark and Charman. Those two are now working together. What's the gap?
The gap to the race leaders
staying the same, isn't
2 seconds.
Yeah.
However, on this lap, both Ethan Jeff Hall and Freddie Lloyd are putting in personal best laps, which tells me that they're working in sync together. But will that be enough?
Well, seeing as Bishop on that last lap was a 58.9 and Ethan Jeff Hall was a 59.0.
Yes.
There's tenths between them, but they're just still eking ahead. The fastest driver on that last lap, actually, Kenzo Craigie in the number 44. Like you say, P14, solid drive. He's driving through the field, and now with the fastest lap of the race. He will be appearing in your screen at the back right there as he makes his way out of the final corner and over the start-finish line. Turnbull now with the fastest lap of the race. Henry, this is a calm junior Rotax final.
I mean, there were 5 lead changes in the first 3 laps.
Yeah.
But then there was that issue that just allowed Bishop and Graham to escape. and that was the turning point of the race. That turned the race in from an all-out hack into a slightly more tactical affair. Don't forget, Macaulay Bishop is still going to have to defend hard from Joshua Graham, and Ethan Jeff Hall and Freddie Lloyd. Again, one of those temporary alliances, Strawberry Racing and Evolution Racing, working together with Archie Clark and Ewan Charman now running in 5th and 6th, also working together to try and bring themselves closer to Lloyd and Ethan Jeff Hall. Behind them, you've got Harry Hannam to 7th, Josh Turnbull 8th, Joe Rippin 9th, Hugh Moulton is 10th, followed by Armand Hamilton, Max Cuthbert, Kenza Craigie, Timo Youngling, Blake Ticehurst is top 15. We've lost Harrison Crowther, sadly, he's out of the race. Thomas Ingram Hill has also retired, the Welsh, half Ghanaian driver. And there is Cuthbert at the inside of Hugh Moulton for a position.
Both of them running slightly wide at the exit of hairpin 1, dipping into that little divot on the exit, but thankfully both getting away okay. Look at Clark there, so firm on the old brakes there, wasn't he, into the Fullerton Essex. Just a stab of the brakes, just to settle the kart and then dip it in to the apex. Very fast corner, isn't it? So it's a very fast track, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, the average speed that these drivers probably taken around here over the course of a lap, probably very high. Motorsport-Times Ian Rogers would know that sort of information.
Ian Rogers would know exactly what the average speed around PFI is in these junior karts or the senior karts. And I've got a feeling that the disembodied voice in my head is going to reveal that information very shortly.
He does know the information. He just turned and looked at us and just shook his shut.
Yeah.
What?
A desultory shunt.
He's working it out for us.
Ian is working it out. Bishop leads by 0.3 of a second. New fastest lap of the race for Archie Clark. 58.46 seconds for Archie. And the lead duo of Bishop and Graham still 2.3 seconds up the road from Ethan Jeff Hall and Freddie Lloyd. Earlier on, Freddie Lloyd, he was involved. It was the race that young Zach McDonald was commentating with you on, and there was an incident. That was the X30 race.
It was the X30 one,
and there was an incident involving Lloyd, Ethan Jeff Hall, and Bishop. And I spoke to Freddie Lloyd out on the balcony there, and he said no brakes.
Right, so
the disembodied voice in my head is about to pass on some knowledge. Average speed in this class, 52 miles an hour.
Now that's average.
Average, not the top speed. Top speed is more like 80 miles an hour, but you consider it. You've got one hairpin, you've got two hairpins, you've got chicanes, and you've got complexes.
Yeah.
So average 52 miles an hour. Astounding.
Dizzying speeds there, Henry.
Yes.
90 seconds plus 1 lap remain on this one. We are yet to see the battle between Graham and Bishop. It is inevitable.
Yes, and it's approaching soon because this race, well, the first 3 minutes of this race were absolute chaos. No crashing, so apart from the opening lap crash, but that was, just opening lap shenanigans. But then the middle portion of this race has absolutely flown by, and suddenly we find ourselves with less than 1 minute to go, ladies and gentlemen. Macaulay Bishop, he has won a British title, but he has not. He stood on a podium at the Rotax Grand Finals, but he has not won a GP plate yet.
There we go. Bishop, Graham, still there, line astern. No change between the two of them. This is the battle further back. Ethan Jeff Hall, Lloyd, Clark, Charman. Very close between them. Clark all over the back here of Freddie Lloyd. Lloyd really doesn't need an attack here from Clark, and I think all four of them need to make sure they stay line astern because they are waiting for the two up ahead to start battling. But I've got to say, I don't think Joshua Graham, that gap, look at it, it's half a second. I don't think Graham's close enough for an attack.
I think Macaulay Bishop has just saved enough. Now, it's this class that he had to come to the back. So in Rotax, he's already had to do 2 races where he has come from the back of the grid up towards the front. You talked about how much of his tyre has he used. Well, he has saved just enough of his tyre to just give it that little tiny extra couple of hundredths when the pressure is on.
There we go. That's just the catch, the overflow thing that's dangling there. So no problem there whatsoever on the side of your car.
But he's looking over his shoulder. It will cause a problem in your peripheral vision. It's not supposed to be waving and flapping around.
No.
A driver can sense that. I mean, it'll now compute, oh, okay, it's nothing that's going to stop the kart. But when everything that's through the radiator, when you see pipes coming loose, you know that that radiator will lose its water very quickly, and then your engine will go up in a puff of smoke. Here we go, final lap. Macaulay Bishop has stretched it out. He is keeping Joshua Graham at arm's length. Now, we've been concentrating on the fight behind. There's the look over the shoulder. Now Bishop knows he doesn't have to defend. He won the O plate at the start of the year. He currently leads the British Championship. Last year, he came 5th in this class in the Grand Prix. He's your 2020 Army Cadet British Champion, and the boy from Hoddesdon is 2 corners away. Joshua Graham has done a fantastic job, but Joshua Graham will not catch him. The rest follow far, far behind. Fist pumping, GP plate winning Macaulay Bishop.
What a drive there for Bishop across the line. Cool, calm and collected. Flag to finish for Bishop. He had to fight a little bit for it.
Oh,
there was a bit of jostling, but he certainly held his nerve and came all the way to see that GP plate and the checkered flag at the end of that one. Graham finishes in second from Ethan Jeff Hall. Solid drive from both of them, but Macaulay Bishop, the O plate, turns into a GP plate.
Indeed, there's a look at the rest of the results. Freddie Lloyd, Ewan Charman, Joseph Rippin, Armand Hamilton from Hungary, 8th. Kenzo Craigie, a top 10 result from Kenzo. 26 places gained. Delta Raceway have a competition, a prize. The driver that gains the most places out of any in one of the Grand Prix wins a fully customised race suit. Kenzo Craigie, I'm having a look there, 26 places gained. I can't recall anyone else. There we go. Nose cone check is complete. Weight check is complete.
And breathe.
And breathe. At Le Mans last weekend, Macaulay had 2 of his best laps taken away in time qualifying, which meant he qualified 61st out of 107. He then got 2 in-race penalties in his first 2 heat races. With 1 heat to go, with 2 heats to go, he was 60th in points. With 1 heat to go, he was 41st in points. He scraped into the final at Le Mans, 34th on the grid, and then drove through to finish 8th. So cutting his way through the pack and saving tyres has become something of a speciality for Macaulay Bishop. Ethan Jeff Hall on the podium. Let's have a look at that. He doesn't know where he's Arthur or Martha at the moment. Look at that, he looks a little bit dazed and confused because the emotional turmoil that all these drivers go through when it's so close, so competitive, and now he can breathe and relax. Mason Tune, that was his brother Mason helping to set the kart up. There goes Josh Graham. There goes the number 5 kart of Ethan Jeff Hall. All 3 of them heading Chris McCarthy's way.
Coming down now, the GP plate winner in Junior Rotax. Let's have a big round of applause to Macaulay Bishop. He is our winner in 2023 in Junior Rotax. Finishing in second place, a brilliant performance, Joshua Graham on the podium for the Argenti team. And rounding out the podium in third place, the number 5 plate, Ethan Jeff Hall, has put in a superb performance all weekend. Let's wait for Macaulay just to reset a little. It was a great race overall, a dominant performance in the end from Macaulay Bishop. Not easy to do in this category, but it's been the story of his season so far, taking the O plate, leading the British Championship, as Henry said, and now he can add the GP plate, do that. Macaulay, what a fantastic drive. I mean, not easy to, we spoke before the race, it's not easy to get away in this class, but slowly you managed to do it, and we're in a position at the end there to not need to defend.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I got a good start, and then I jogged behind me the whole race, and I just put in consistent laps, and I just pulled away a little bit at the end.
How hard was it dealing with the pressure from Josh behind? Because it was there throughout the race, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's important not to make a mistake, so I could keep the gap the same.
And who would you like to thank for this?
All of the HR, Daryl, my mum and dad, and my brother.
I know you worked very hard. Coming out that final corner must have felt so good coming across the line.
Yeah, it's good. It's relief now. Obviously, it was a long final, but I'm happy I won it.
Good stuff. Well, now we will do the honours and give you your GP plate. Face the crowd, please. Hold it up for us. There, our GP plate winner in Junior Rotax, Macaulay Bishop. Congratulations to him. Josh Graham, we will go and speak to next. You gave it everything you had out there, put a lot of pressure on Macaulay, not quite able to get there in the end. Still happy with the podium in second?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great result. He just outpaced us at towards the end.
And coming into today, you were sitting just outside the top 5. You've done really well in the 2 races to work your way through forward.
Yes, I mean, all the races it's been tough. I mean, I'm glad to be in the position that I got.
And who would you like to thank for this, getting a podium for the Argenti team?
Obviously, Argenti Motorsport, Kart Republic Chassis, Ogden Race Engines, Ron Meadows, Danny Sweeney, and my dad, Terence Dove.
Well, congratulations to you. Second place, everyone. Josh Graham. Let's give a round of applause to Josh Graham on the podium. Ethan Jeff Hall finishing in 3rd place. I know not the result you would have wanted. I know you really wanted that GP plate, but and nevertheless, a fantastic effort all weekend.
Yeah, it's been a very tough weekend, struggling quite a lot with grip. Yeah.
Not the way I'm sure you would have wanted to end, but nevertheless, it's not easy to get on a podium here at Kartmasters. You must still very pleased to be able to walk away with a trophy still.
Yeah, it's pretty decent to still come away with a trophy, considering the weekend, so yeah.
And in a very, very competitive grid as well. Who'd you like to thank?
I'd like to say massive thanks to Strawberry Racing, Cream Racing Engines, Liam Wright, Fibre King, Fit for Performance, and OH Media Management.
Well said. Well done to Ethan Jeff Hall, 3rd place. Great podium in Junior Rotax. The drivers will now clear the grid. I think a fantastic performance there for Macaulay Bishop. I know the guys up in commentary were speaking about that throughout the race. To break away like that, despite the pressure. I mean, it was only about half a second at the end, but nevertheless, Macaulay doing a great job to not make any mistakes and keep consistent.
Yes, indeed, Chris. And again, Junior Rotax is one of those races that we were both sort of feeling a little bit of trepidation about. It could have been one of 2 things. It turned out to be the better of the 2 options. A spectacular start and then a really good, close, clean fought battle. Yes, Joshua Graham couldn't quite have the pace at the end, but that is because Bishop just ground him down ever so slightly.
Yes, yeah, exactly that. It very, very close-knit race on this one.
Chris down there, look at Chris down there.
I know. Look at him.
Thank you, guys.
Junior Rotax is up next. 2 classes to go, and then we will do the special awards. Junior Rotax, well, the top 3 separated by 3 seconds eventually. Finishing in 3rd position, representing Strawberry Racing, it's Ethan Jeff Hall. The podium's this way, Ethan. It's the big bit with 3. There we go. Congratulations. Finishing in 2nd position, just half a second behind the eventual winner. Representing Argenti Motorsport, it's Joshua Graham. But your winner, he's the current O-Plate champion. He now can swap the O for the GP plate. Your 2023 Junior Rotax Kartmasters champion, representing Dan Holland Racing, it's Macaulay Bishop. And Dan Parker from Motorsport UK presents Macaulay with his prize package, the trophy, but also the GP plates, the £500 in cash and the Rotax short engine. £450 in cash goes to Josh Graham, and £300 in cash goes to Ethan Jeff Hall. So the drivers receive their flowers, the GP plates. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 Kartmasters Junior Rotax podium.